Now we move into the last presentation of the session. The topic is Recyclability-oriented packaging solutions for Sri Lankan export market, a design development authored by Aluthge DH and co-authored by Dr. Sumantri Samarikram.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I am Dulanjala Aluthge. So as you can see, our study is titled Recyclability-oriented packaging solutions for Sri Lankan export market, design development, which was conducted as a design project. So let me quickly run through this presentation. So the main objective of this study was to develop a recyclability-oriented packaging solution for Sri Lankan spice products exported by Sri Lankan small and medium entrepreneurs. So considering this recyclability as a key factor, the design development methodology was structured into 3 phases. The first phase includes identifying potential target group within European Union, and the second phase goes to adapt the potential user group and product range for design development, and the third phase was to test the final design concept. So let's first look at what is recyclability-oriented packaging solutions, or ROPS. So recyclability-oriented packaging, or ROPS, is a concept that extends beyond materials. It encompasses a holistic approach that resonates with environmentally conscious consumers. To put it simply, it goes beyond materials to how it's being used. The approach suggests the green elements into both structure and graphics, making the packaging parts more easily recyclable and perceived to be recyclable. So this intersection of recyclability-oriented structure and aesthetics underscores a commitment to both environmental responsibility and consumer appeal toward organic products in global market. It is an opportunity for Sri Lankan organic export products ranges to communicate their authenticity and quality. So the target market, Europe, is a vast demographical area which encompasses over 20 countries. So in that continent, Germany is known as one of the largest consumer market, especially for incorporating spices. So other than that, Germany provides easy access to the broader EU market with its reputation over giving premium standards on authentic local spice products with eco-friendly packaging. So the Germany was selected as the potential consumer market. So the user study was conducted based on Germany as a remote study based on literature, peer discussions, social media interactions, and blogs. So through this study, it was studied that Germany is an eco-conscious demographic admiring its recycling system and advocate organic products. Especially German female consumers prioritize the organic and environmental aspects of product when purchasing. So packaging aspects such as structure, graphics were perceived to be important. So therefore designing new packaging solution for disassembly was identified to facilitate them. So however, existing Sri Lankan export packaging designs of small and medium entrepreneurs, or SMEs, were perceived lack of adaptation to eco-conscious export market preferences such as recyclability and branding aspects. So the new packaging solution was planned to address the perceived problems, designing packaging structure and to communicate brand values. So for the product range, Germany has a never-ending demand for black pepper, with it's been used in every culinary practice, and Ceylon black pepper is popular for having superior quality and pungency. So quality Ceylon black pepper is exported as bottled product in Sri Lanka currently. So it was selected, this product range was selected as for the design development. So after all these findings were adapted to design development stage, which includes two subphases. Which is first subphase is developing a recyclability-oriented structure incorporating design for disassembly, and the second subphase within this design development stage was to creating surface graphics considering users' perception and on recyclability. So the first subphase within the was to develop a recyclability-oriented or ROPS-based packaging structure. To develop the new packaging structure, first we had to primary forms such as cubes were experimented with by manipulating the form, and the dismantling effect was such an idea born through continuous prototyping idea generation on disassembly. So it was focused on minimalizing the use of adhesives, which reduced the cost as well as environmental friendliness. So 250 GSM craft board material was chosen as the material for the entire structure of the final design, and considering its organic vibe, tensile strength, to ensure the product safety, recyclability aspects, and consumer trust. So moving to the adapting this primary shapes and the primary idea, adapting this idea, the structure for the outer packaging was further developed. So these development were focused on reducing the cutting lines as much as possible while keeping the dismantling experience of the initial idea. So from the developed ideas, the prototyping shown here was selected as the final solution for the moment, as it reduces adhesives and the cutting lines, which was the major objective in this stage. So as the next step, the finalized prototype is first taken to mass manufacturing process to test the design feasibility with production process. So the design was further developed through knowledge derived during the manufacturing process. So the structure continuously tested through white dummy prototypes with its opening and closing compatibility. So this process confirmed that the knowledge derived from this design process was confirmed that thin 250 GSM transport material as the feasible choice for the final structure. So we move on to crafts material. And then the internal holders were developed focusing on two main goals. It's to minimize the use of adhesives and reduce the cutting lines. So two separate bottle holders were developed for 100 milligram black pepper bottles. So outer packaging was developed cushioning this bottle structure, and it was limited to 5 disposable pieces at this stage. So after finalizing the structure, the design was moved into the next subphase, which is the application of graphical element. So as the first step, choosing colors and typefaces for black pepper package was involved through thoughtful selection of communicating the eco concept and align with product natural essence. So these 3 colors were chosen through studying existing products and consumer perception, and curvy line fonts such as Butler Extra Bold and Granale Regular typefaces were selected for title text and body text respectively. So after finalizing the colors and typefaces, the new logo was created for the brand, and the several rounded logo options was brainstormed before finalizing more suitable one. So logo aimed to build an eco-friendly brand perception for spice ranges of application, any branding surface. Next, after that, the bottle labels were created within the projects. So biodegradable plastic materials such as was integrated for the labels, and after studying the labeling labeling study. So the 12 points were filled. This indicated here was identified to be included in the packaging surface through the user and products study. And for example, if I take this, the symbols such as recyclable, food grade, disposable were added as they were perceived to be impactful for a consumer in front of a shelf. So after finalizing the graphics, samples of packaging, the completed packaging design were manufactured using a digital printing technique due to the manufacturing limitations, smaller scale prints. So this is a printed example, digital printed sample. So minimal illustrations were included throughout the pack to minimize the eco-perception of craft board material to reduce the ink usage. So with those results, it was suggested that the final design need to print in offset printing, as it gives a quality output on craft paper, and which is cost effective for larger print volumes and produces consistent and repeatable results. So the printing effects such as coating techniques was not recommended. So instead, eco-friendly effects such as embossing and debossing were recommended to highlight important details such as logo and titles. So this is the final recyclability-oriented packaging solution prototype consisting 2 Ceylon black pepper bottle products. So it could be opened from top piece, and following pieces would be automatically fall down, and they could be collected and disposed as a single unit without having to manually broke down into pieces. So the final design was exhibited at Food Propack exhibition last year. So here perception, people's interaction with new packaging solution were observed at the pilot study to examine the overall concept, and for further it's for further learning and incorporate in future developments. So managing plastic packaging waste is becoming increasingly crucial, especially in Europe. So many European countries are taking actions toward making citizens' recycling behavior compatible with existing recycle processes. So, and the packaging design for the products requires to be compatible with established recycling systems and facilitate users to organize their waste management systems. So appeal this environmentally aware demographic, aligning Sri Lankan organic export products like spices with recyclability-oriented packaging solution is not an option, but a strategic necessity in the current market dynamics. So with that note, this presentation ends. So thank you so much, everyone.